Here you go. So round of applause for Olivier, please.
Test. Okay. I'm sure everyone here wants to know what's in the bag, right? I assume you do. Okay, so let's get started. So my name is Olivier Bertoneau. I'm a software engineer at NanoCloud Software. I do mostly C and C++ stuff, low-level stuff, but today I'm not going to talk about software. I'm going to talk about real hardware and introduce you to a new kind of data center we developed as a side project at NanoCloud. And well, to begin with, I'd like to tell you about the story of how we had the idea of developing this data center. So first, I think we can all agree on that. Cloud computing is great, but it sucks if you are offline. And we experienced it about 6 months ago when we had to visit a potential client. We wanted to demonstrate our application. So we made a demo platform online, and everything was working. The virtual machine were online. Everything was up and running. All the microservices were hooked up. So we arrived to the potential clients, and then we didn't have access to the internet. I mean, they had internet, but they didn't wanted us to connect to their main Wi-Fi for security reasons. They were all about security. So the only way we had to connect to the internet was to use the guest Wi-Fi. So here it's working pretty well, but at this particular company it was not working well. In case you're worried, we succeeded the presentation because we used the 4G connection. But at the time we realized, wow, it would have been cool if we had our own dedicated server during the demo. I mean, try to imagine. You have your own server, you know it's working, and you can bring it to your demonstration. But first, try to imagine, let's be honest. If you want to bring your own dedicated server to a demo, it would look like this. Everyone ever tried? No. And so we knew we wanted something smaller, something we could carry. We also find some other projects. I mean, this is extreme, but we find some small cases, but it was like 15 kilograms, so not so easy to carry. So we decided to work on this problem, and we tried to find a solution for that. A solution to carry our own material, our own device, to our demonstration. So here it is, it fits in this bag, and well, I'm really excited to show it to you guys, but first I would like to tell you how we build it. So first, we had to list the requirements. We had to know what we wanted. So in our case, we really wanted at least 3 dedicated servers. So we have an OpenStack running, so we wanted as much VM as possible, as much services up and running. So we really needed 3 dedicated servers, and we needed it to be as powerful as possible. We didn't wanted any ARM processor. We really not wanted something close to what we have in our production environments. So we knew we really wanted some Intel x86 64-bit processors, and something as powerful as possible, not some Intel Atom stuff. We knew we also wanted a gigabit network to connect all the nodes, of course, and it also needed to be easy to carry. So what we have is only 2 kilograms, so it's really light. And it's all including the power supply. So let's see how we build it. Obviously, we are not a company that make hardware, so we needed some help from mostly two big partners. First, Intel. They provided us with all the electronic parts. And also SupMecha. This is a school for mechanical engineering in Paris. And yeah, these guys are really good at building stuff, so they helped us with all the body and the case that will contain the electronic parts. Okay, let's get started with Intel. So we needed something small. We needed something that could fit in a backpack. So Intel already has something that's pretty common. It's called NUC, Next Unit of Computing, I guess. And as you can see, this is really small, and you have a real desktop processor on it with regular RAM and an SSD. In our case, we put 3 i7, but you can go i5, but you can go as up as i7. It's no problem. We put as much RAM as we could. So in our case, this is 16 gigabyte, and we also put the biggest SSD we could find. So as I said, we have 3 of these units in our data center. We also have a gigabit switch to provide the local network and a unique power supply. So the power supply you already have in your laptop. So this is something really common. And you have one outlet, and you can provide power to the whole data center. All right, so now we have all the electronic parts. We need something to fit all the electronic in. And this is why we needed some mechanical engineer people. So Supmeka helped us to build the case. They provided us with an aluminum body, so it's both stylish and strong. We also have plexiglass doors, so you can actually see the hardware inside. And we also have a removable rack, so you can operate your motherboard easily. These are things that are pretty common in regular data centers, but what's very unique is the carrying handle, so you can carry your data center all around the room, and also a rubber foot, so you don't scratch the beautiful aluminum body on the table. All right, I'm sure by now everyone wants to see it.
Yeah.
Let's go. So here it is. This is pretty light. So as you can see, we have all the connecting on the front. You can remove the motherboard, so it's really small. Everything fits in. Thank you. So everything's here, and you can operate the motherboard easily. So we have 3 of them, and usually you need your 2 hands. Okay. And then in the back you can connect the Ethernet cable, and all you have USB and all the stuff like in a regular computer. If you want to see it, guys, we are here, of course, for the pizza. Okay, so this mobile data center helped us at the company. We can now do strong demonstration of our product. We just bring it to clients, and now we can demonstrate everything from the chip to the high-level web interface that is in our app. And this helped us doing strong demonstration. But there is something even more exciting about it, because we did not develop this data center only for us. We did it for everyone. And tonight, we would like to go open source about it and release the schematics and all the procedures, so you can also build your own mobile data center. So let's go. So I have my computer here, and I will do the git push right now. Hopefully the Wi-Fi will work. In case it doesn't work, we will of course upload it later. Okay, so I can show it to you because my computer isn't hooked up to the video projector, but it's on GitHub, and you can download it. You have all the schematics to build the parts. You just need the right tools, of course, to build the case. All the electronic parts, this is regular Intel computer, so you just need to buy it, I don't know, somewhere. And yes, with the schematic, you can build yourself your own computer. We are currently working on a V2 because, of course, there is something we could improve. And yes, I hope this is something that could help people. And this is the URL, so you could check out when it will be online. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Any questions? Yeah. I think it's coming.
think first question is about the power supply. You still have to plug every NUC.
For the power supply?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So just like
Yes, we didn't modify the board. This is something we could improve, but we wanted to stay with the genuine Intel board. So we were sure it was, but you need to connect it, but you have still only one outlet for the power supply.
just like the same question, but did you think about some kind of auto plugging that just like a packet setup? You just rocking your NUC and it's already plugged.
Yeah, this is something we can improve in this version. This is all manual, but yeah, this is something that even you could do if you have the skill to repair the case. Yeah, it could be. It's it's on. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, don't be too exciting, guys, because the connection timed out. It's timed out. It's not actually. We just had a great meet for 10 hours ago. But I promise it will be online tonight.
Any other question?
Yeah.
It's coming.
Thank you. Just a quick question about heat dissipation. Just to clarify, it only fits in the bag, it doesn't run in the bag.
No,
It
it doesn't.
inside it.
I mean, it could, but for how long?
Yeah. Yeah. So, how is heat dissipation with your case?
Okay.
How does it cool down on especially strong loads?
As you can see, the rear door could be open, and you also have the fan from the regular Intel board, so that could pull out the heat.
Yeah, so your fans is not fanless.
Yeah, no, it's not fanless.
Oh, thank you.
It's pretty silent, but it's not fanless. Any more questions?
Okay, one last question.
Why Simba?
Do it, Jean.
Yeah. Because you show it this way.
Well, thanks very much, Olivier. Yeah. I feel like this right now.